My video on the NRL ratings that I've been putting up this year. Let's see how they went last week. You can see a bit of red on the screen. As tips, it did pretty shocking. It only got Bulldogs, Raiders, and Sharks. All the other games were incorrect. As far as the line, it got 4 out of 8, so pretty much where you would expect a thing to go, but it continues to outperform as an in-play model. So very happy with how it's been going in play. It got another 6 out of 8 in play. Only incorrectly picking the Broncos against the Warriors, which I think was a 2-point difference. And the Knights outperformed the Sharks very, very slightly in that game, although the Sharks were an easy winner over the Knights in that game. Okay, let's have a look at what we've got this week. This week's a fairly interesting week, and let's see where we end up again. So Broncos versus Bulldogs. It has taken the Bulldogs. So he's got the Bulldogs. It's got them by an 8-point handicap, meaning they should win by 8 points. The handicap line is 450, so you would take the Bulldogs at minus 450 on the line. On the Roosters versus Dragons, it has taken the Dragons. It has them at an 11-point advantage. The line is minus 1.5 to the Roosters, so take the Dragons at the plus 1.5. The Warriors versus the Knights, it's taken the Knights. Only just with a 1-point advantage. The Warriors are minus 9.5, so then we'll take the Knights with 9.5. The Storm versus Rabbits, it has the Storm at a 21-point advantage. The handicap line is only 13.5, so we will take the Storm to beat that. That also meets our criteria to back the home team with a 12 plus predicted handicap. I have put my bet on so Storm here to beat the Rabbitohs. I can get $1.22 at the moment, so I have taken the $1.22 on that one. See how that ends up. Cowboys versus Titans. The Cowboys are an 11-point advantage on this handicap. The actual line is minus 5.5, so we're going to take Cowboys. Oops. The Panthers are only just in front of the Seagulls by 1 point, which basically is a handicap of a half or 0. The line is minus 10.5, so take Manly at the 10.5 on that one. The Raiders and Dolphins, the Raiders are tipped to win it by 3 points. The line is 3.5, so we'll take the Dolphins based on 3.5. And I know just 3.5 is that 4-point difference. It probably would be best to round this number up to the 4. But what it's suggesting is there's a 2 to 4 point game there. And last game is West Tigers versus Sharks. It has picked the Sharks. Again, by 1 point. It's probably a half, not a 0. So we'll take the West Tigers at plus 7.5. So yep, that's it for the NRL ratings. Just some very quick numbers to get up there. Still finding the in-play is going really, really well. But the pre-game, it is not predicting the final ratings as good as I would like. So we definitely need to work on how to predict what that final rating is that is happening in the game. But teams that score those ratings are definitely going on to win a much higher percentage of games than they should. Okay, thanks everyone for watching. Let's see how our bet on the Storm versus Rabbits ends up this week. Good luck if you are going to have a bet on any of the games, and hopefully they go your way. Thanks for watching.